I don't know whether we have noticed it, but since Easter Sunday, the overarching theme of the Mass readings has been community. The risen Jesus creates community. The encounter between the disciples and the Master strengthen their personal relationship with him, and their later mission is based on this intimate, strong, personal relationship. The apostolic letters and the Acts of the Apostles show with tremendous force how powerful communion with the risen Christ truly is. It sets off a chain of conversions whose fruit is the new Christian family, which family is the same. We are here as part of that family. This experience swept aside everything, even the pagan religions of the Roman Empire. Contemplate the power of this experience, community, communion with the risen Lord. When János Pilinszky, the 20th century Hungarian poet, observed his own age, the emerging modern world of the 20th century, he raised this central Easter question precisely in the light of Easter faith, in the light of the community which Jesus creates. In the 1960s and 70s, he noticed that loneliness had become of the central theme of arts. If we visit movies almost from a century ago, we encounter the theme of loneliness, the suffering it causes. He contrasted the painful loneliness of a person living without the faith of Easter with the solitude of the Christian believer. Seemingly, both the Christian and the lonely non-Christian, non-believer are the same. They are alone. But I'd like to quote from this quite old collection of essays of his, and look how modern he is, how much he speaks of our own internet age. Solitude is an ambiguous thing. The praying soul seeks it just as much as the thief sneaking through the silence of the night. And the saint kneeling in his cell is just as alone as the safecracker bent over a vault. Think of a crime movie when they are just having a bank robbery and the safecracker is bending over the vault, alone. Great works and great crimes alike have been born in solitude. A lonely person who is totally alone is someone who has essentially lost and severed contact with the world and with his own inner world. The lonely person lives in the endless desert of broken relationships. The lonely person lives in the endless desert of broken relationships. He gives a reason. We have become lonely because we no longer know how to be alone. We have become lonely because we no longer know how to be alone. Humanity chased external things and outward stimuli until it became dulled, losing its inward sensitivity, its ear to silence, its capacity for contemplation. It forgot how to turn inward, and at the same time it lost another ability as well, its openness toward the world and toward other people. So the lonely person lost his ability, his openness towards the world and towards other people. In the readings of Easter, in the Mass, we encounter precisely the opposite. In today's readings, we see the healing of precisely this lostness. Our first reading said, "In those days Philip went down to the city of Samaria and proclaimed to them the Christ, and the crowds with one accord paid attention to what was being said by Philip. And many who were paralyzed or lame were healed. So there was much joy in the city. Many who were paralyzed or lame were healed." What we celebrate in these Easter days is that the risen Lord heals even human loneliness and isolation, or starts his healing with healing loneliness and isolation. The Spirit gives hope and heals even physical illness. And the very source of this healing power is the Christian community itself. Not simply Christ, a lonely risen Lord, but the risen Lord in and through the Christian community. Cherish this Christian community. This is your family. This is the family we form. This is the community created by Christ's suffering, that redeeming suffering which the Mass makes present to us. As we read in our second reading in the First Peter letter, "For Christ also suffered once for sins, the righteous for the unrighteous, that he might bring us to God, being put to death in the flesh, but made alive in the Spirit." The Gospel confirms this mystery. Christians are never truly alone. "I will never leave you orphans. I will come to you. Whoever has my commandments and keeps them, he it is who loves me. She it is who loves me. And he who loves me will be loved by my Father, and I will love him and manifest myself to him." Back to the observations of our poet. Pilinski illuminates this mystery in a way that is perhaps even more relevant in our digital age. And I'm quoting his essay. The opposite of the lonely person is the saint. Through a profound inwardness toward God and an imperfect yet genuine openness towards others. Through such a person, the Holy Spirit blows freely into the world. That is why a person who lives with God may become lonely only outwardly, only formally, and this does not matter. Just as the solitude of the artist is only an outward solitude, while inwardly it is the opposite. The praying person could be symbolized by a solitary tree, standing with its roots deep in the earth, while with its leaves it breathes the world in and out. This is the image of the Christian person. You, when you are in prayer, that we are never alone. The praying person is like a solitary tree, standing with its roots deep in the earth, while with its leaves it breathes the world in and out.